This is take 2 of our 3-piece dish towel beach bag. And I'm just doing this as a little longer version because I'm getting some questions on the previous video where I was showing this one as the made one and I did the other one, and some are saying they can't see what I'm doing and different things like that. And really, if you use your imagination, because crafting is your imagination, you can see that all this is folding and gluing your seam here. You're gluing this down, so even though I have the camera angled a little bit differently, you may still not be able to see it. I do have a new tripod. It just depends. I'm turning the camera a different way so that they can go on YouTube. Yes, I have the channel up, and you can find it on my page, so just click on my link and scroll down, and you'll see the YouTube. You can click on there to subscribe, and I'm doing this so that the videos are wider and you're able to see more of what's going on. So, I had showed you earlier that I picked this towel to do my last beach bag with, so I'm going to go ahead and use these. And what you're going to do is you're going to take your first towel, and what I do is, for my straps, you can use the fold that's already in there. Okay, so we're going to cut this down. And I like to do my videos where I have pretty much everything somewhat completed, and I just give you the steps to do it. I don't really like to do full videos online. The phone rings or something's going on and it's distracting. And I also think that long videos, at least for me, don't get to the point, and I like things right to the point. So that's my situation. So the other thing is when you cut this, take off all the tags, including the one that's on it. And then just fold this one, because what you're going to do is you're going to fold these. So like this is the full length of the dish towel. And you just cut this 5 to 6 inches so that this could be your strap. And then what you're going to do for the strap is you're just going to fold this. See how I'm folding? I folded it inside, outside, and over. So see, it's inside and over. That's all you're doing for your strap, okay? So let's do the other one. We're going to make it the exact same size as this one, so rather than even have to remeasure it, just put it over your other one, like this, and use that as your guide to cut it down. And then your leftover piece for the center is going to go into the middle of your bag by your straps, just to give it a little bit of a better closure when you want to put your things in there. Okay, so I like to fold things in half and cut down the line, if you can see what I'm doing here. I thought this was a really cute towel to make a beach bag out of, with the anchor and the life preserver and the blue and the white, which makes it perfect. And if you mess up and you have, a little frame, don't worry, because you're not going to see it when you start to glue everything. Okay? So now we got it all cut down. This is going to be your centerpiece. This one we're going to roll. So I don't know if you can see it. We're just going to roll this piece, and we're going to glue this, and this is going to be our centerpiece. Okay? So these are going to be our 2 outer pieces. Those are going to be our 2 inner pieces. Now what we're going to do is we're going to start the bag itself. And I had somebody ask me, well, are you gluing the bottom? Now, watch carefully. If you want to glue the bottom, that's entirely up to you. Glue the bottom if you want to glue the bottom. If you want to sew this instead of glue it, you can do whatever you want. I just didn't do it that way because I wanted mine to have this little frill on the bottom. I did it on both of mine. I did it on this one, and I did it on this one. Okay, so I have 2 that are the same way. If you just want to glue the bottom of this, that's entirely up to you, and you can do that. So we're going to lay this one down so the white side is facing you. And then when you do this one, you're going to, again, take off those little inside tags that tells you like how to wash or what the material is made of. Just rip those out, because you don't want your glue getting caught on that when you make it, okay? So get that out of the way. And your first one is white down. This one goes on top of this one, okay? There you go. So now we have this face up like this and ready to go. Okay? So now what we're going to do is, you know, and because things are from Dollar Tree, a lot of things might not be exact, and don't worry about it because you can trim things down. It's all going to work out in the end no matter what. Okay? So now what we're going to do is we're going to make our little, and I said use your hand as your guide, you know, your fingers if you want, if you don't have a tape measure. So we're going to go up about 6 inches, and we're going to start making our fringe, and I'm just going to estimate it. I'm just going to cut it until I feel comfortable with what I can tie, because I'm going to show you how to do that. So I'm going to come up to 6 inches. So what am I at? I'm at 5. I'm going to come up just a little bit more. Can you see? I know my arm is in the way, but we're just going to come up and cut these now. And if you want to make yours thinner and you want more of a fringe, you can do whatever you want on these. Okay? And then what you're going to do is once we tie these knots, when we get to the part of gluing, I'll show you how to do this. So if you did want to just glue the bottom of this, you're more than welcome to do that. Okay, so let's just cut this down real quick. But see, this is why I like to have all this pre-done, but it seems to me that some people are not understanding what I'm saying, even though it's pretty self-explanatory, but some people need a little bit more instruction to help them get through certain projects, so that's why I thought I would just make this one a little longer. I can't say that I'll be doing this all the time, because to me, personally, this is more, it's not that it's more work, it's not my personality to do this. I don't like long drawn out things. I guess you can call it a little ADHD. I like things straight and to the point, so that's why I like to do my videos the way you've been watching them rather than all over the place. Okay, so you can see this makes a mess, but I'll just clean it up. It's no big deal. So this little frilly stuff is going to get all over. Okay, so now you have all these cut, and all you're going to do is you're going to start to tie these. Okay, so you just tie it, pull it, tie it, and pull it. Okay, so I hope you guys can see what I'm doing now, because it's hard for me to adjust different things when I'm either here at my store or outside. I really can't accommodate everybody because of just the situation that I'm in, although I did get a new tripod, and that's what this is, a new tripod I'm working with. So just keep going. We're going to keep tying these. Okay. And you can start to pull these apart a little bit, because like I said, we're going to glue those. As soon as we get that part, we're going to glue just so that it's nice and secure in between these knots. Okay, so just keep going. We only have a few left. And if some are longer than the other, don't worry about it. You can always cut it. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal to do that. Okay. And I know that there's some people that like to really see things step by step. I'm one of those ones. I don't even read the instructions on a box. I just look at the picture and I can get it. And I'm sure I probably haven't said this in my previous videos, but I was a union carpenter. So I used to do a lot of the trade shows and a lot of building, and so I'm a visual person. I can see things done before they're even done. And I've done a lot of work on my own house. I put my own windows in. I did my own siding. One day I can show all of you my shed that I built all by myself. So yeah, I can kind of do just about anything, and I think anybody can. Although some people say I'm really not crafty, and I believe when we put certain things in our mind, then that's what we believe. If we believe we can't do it, then we can't. So, but I believe I can do anything. I can do anything I put my mind to. So, that's my belief. So, we're almost done. Okay. But I've been crafting for a long time. I used to do the craft shows when my son was in high school, and I did the street festivals, and I did everything you can possibly think of. I've always enjoyed making different things or seeing what I could make. So see, some of these, they can be a little hard to tie, besides the fact that I'm tied out today because I did the other one earlier. Okay, so got one more to go, and all of our knots will be done. And see, I haven't even touched the glue gun yet. I haven't even began to glue anything. Okay, so, you know, sometimes I think people skip over it because they don't want to see a whole tutorial, and I don't do instructions, like write them out, because they're still asking questions. So I always say, sometimes you got to watch a video 2 times. Watch it 2 times, watch it 3 times until you can figure out how to get it done on your own. Because I like to help everybody, but it's hard for me to explain things when, you know what I mean, you can easily just watch the video and maybe catch on to what I'm saying. So, our whole bottom is done. Now pull it out a little bit. You can hear it kind of going back to the way it was. And now what you're going to do is you're going to turn your towel inside out like this. Okay, so this is how we're going to be working for the next few minutes. Okay, so we got that done. And as I said, you can see what I'm doing here. See, it's hard to see. We're going to fold this part back right here. Okay, we're going to do both sides like that. So when you look at it, it's like this. And this little flap here, okay, this flap, my finger's in here, but this is what we're going to feed this through to. This tube is what we're going to feed through here. So when you glue this, you just want to glue right on the edge of the inside of this. You don't want to go too far because then you're not going to be able to get the tube through. You can see here, tube is through here, and then after I got off the last video, I got that one done too. So they're both done. Okay? So that's what we're going to do first. So we're going to glue this down. And the best way to do this is to actually just glue the end. Don't do any further than the end here. Okay? Just go straight down. I keep hearing people tell me when I complain about how hot the glue gun is and stuff, that there's those little things for your fingers. I got to look into that. I get so burnt. This particular glue gun is so hot. And this one's even worse than my other ones because it's got feathers and everything all over it because we're doing the other. See? So we got this one done, and it's just enough so I can get my finger in here so that we can get that tube in there. Okay? So we're going to match the other one to be exactly the same as this one. Okay? So now we got both here. And again, you're just doing the rim of this. Okay? And you got to be kind of fast, although hot glue is pretty forgiving. You know, like on the temperature, you can kind of go pretty long on it. Okay, so now we got both sides done. We got this side done. We got this side done. Now we're going to start gluing the sides. Okay, so I hope you guys can see me. What we're going to do is we're going to glue from here to here. We're not going past these 2 marks. Don't go past those. Okay? And we're going to go again. Right on this white stitching is all we're doing on the inside of this. Okay? Because if you go in too far, then you're going to give up a lot of your bag, and you don't want to do that. You want to go as easy as you can, and look how quick that was. Like, I'm already done with this one side. Okay? So that's already finished. I'm going to add a little glue, so make sure you get, like, in here, this little piece right here, add some glue to it, because I just did that whole side, and when you're running your gun along to it, there's some spots you can't get to without having it finished, and then you do it, okay? So now you just squeeze that together. Now we're going to do the other side. Okay, that side's done. We're going to do this side. And tomorrow we are going to be doing the stork, the feather stork wreath. And we got a wing on it now, so it's really, really cute. And that would be a nice shower gift or a shower display, or even a nice wreath when the baby comes home, so you know that they got a new baby in the house. So that's a fun tutorial that I'm going to do tomorrow, and we will list that. And then we have some things coming up. I have a lot of requests. People are asking me to do the journals, so we'll do the journals next weekend. And let's see what else we got. We got the fairies, we got the mermaids, we got a lot of stuff coming up. We got jewelry coming up. We have another fun wreath coming up. So there's a lot of different things that we could do. So now what you do is just test it real quick. We got it completely done. So our bag is done already. How fast was that? We're only in 15 minutes. Okay, so now our bag is completely done. Okay, now all we're going to do is we're going to work on our straps. So again, our straps are down, and you can see. Now, with the straps, the ones that are your straps are the ones with the nice finished edge. Okay, the other one is for the other side. So what you're going to do now is you're going to white side up, fold it in, kind of give it a little crease, see? Fold this one over, give it a little crease. Now we're going to flip this upside down. And the reason we're doing that, because again, we just want to do this, and it's easier to do it when it's down. So you're just going to run that glue across that edge that we want to do, okay? Okay. Add another glue stick. And like I said, the only reason I turn it this way is because I like to run my glue gun, and it's hard to do that the other way. Okay, so I don't know if you can see what I'm doing here. I just had my nice finished edge, and I just glued that down. And you're not going to be able to see it because, see, I just did it reverse. That's all. I laid this side flat so that I can easily get to this trim to add the glue into it, because that's my strap. Then what you want to do is you want to add glue inside here and here and squeeze it together so that you can, it's not an opening when we add it to the bag. Okay, so do the other side, same thing. Okay. Okay, so that one's done. We got one done. We got one more to do, same thing. Flip it down, and then flip it around. Give it a nice, okay. Now we add this way. Okay, and you can make sure they're both about the same size. See, they're not much different. Flip it down. Okay, and we're going to start gluing this. Okay, and you can do it in sections, like I'm doing this one in sections just so that okay. Okay. Okay, so we have our two straps done, and this is the last piece, and all you're going to do is roll this up. See, I'm rolling it, and you're going to add hot glue in here. Okay, and this is for that center piece, just to give you a nice finished look here. That's all this is. Okay. All you're doing. So then you just have this tube. You're not going to see the tube no matter what. This is glued already. You're not going to see the glue, this inside there. This is just strictly to give it some support at the top. So if you decide you don't want to do this, it's not a huge deal. Okay? It's just, I thought I liked it a little bit more because it kind of closes the bag, and I'll show you what I mean in 1 minute. Okay, so now we got that done. Now we're going back to the bag, and we're going to give ourselves some room, and we're going to glue to this flat bottom side first. Okay, so you want to make sure that the finished side is the outside, and you're going to glue it to your rim, and you're going to do it to the amount of space that's here, okay? So watch. Okay, this is going to be the outside. This is the inside that we're gluing. The finished side is the inside. Okay? I'm going to show it to you in 1 second. Can you see how I'm laying this down here? And you're just putting this on here. A lot of people say, what do you do with this stuff when you're done with it? And to be honest with you, I give a lot of it away. So, there you have it. See how it's just even with the top portion? And that gives you the nice stability of the strap so it doesn't come off on you. And if you need to add a little more glue on here because you didn't go high enough, then you can do that. Okay? So we're going to add a little bit more glue here to the top portion. Okay, so that's done. Go to the other side, do the exact same thing. Okay. Okay, so we got that done. Okay, now all we need is the other side. And you want to put it in the same kind of spot that you have the other one, because of course you want your straps to line up. Okay? So we're going to do the same thing, just measuring it out, making sure that you got the right sides on here. Put it on there. Same thing with this one. Put it on there. Okay, so now we got both on. Now, like I said, just add a little more glue if you need it. It's not a big deal to add a little more glue. Get it glued down really well. Okay, that one's good. I want to come on this side and add a little more glue. Like, hot glue is like duct tape sometimes. It works really, really well. I like hot glue and zip ties. Those are my favorite things. Can't have enough of those in the house because it's a quick fix. I even fixed my wooden fence one time with a zip tie. Couldn't get out there with a screw gun, so I just fixed it with a zip tie, and it worked because I didn't want my doggy to get out of the yard. Okay, so we have both straps on, okay? So now all that's left is, look how cute this bag is. How cute is this for summer? Okay, so this is the only part left that we have to do, and I'm one of those people that I want to get stuff done quickly. So I am going to take some tape. Someone recommended using a safety pin. You can do whatever you want, whichever is the best way for you to do it. And I'm going to tape this onto a dowel rod that I had. And you could use a hanger and do the exact same thing. I put the security cameras up in my house. I did it myself. And I just used a hanger for the cords to get through. So this is just one of those quick ways that you can get something done. Okay. I always say time is money, right? Right. Okay, so here we have one end, and you can do this however you want. You're just going to cut this end off. So this is really just showing you what you can do. Okay, still have our glue gun plugged in too. Okay, so here it's pulled through this way. Okay, so we got it through this one. Now we want to scrunch it up to give ourselves some room here to work. Okay, now we want to do the same thing on this one. Gonna put it on here one more time. See how fast that was? That was super fast. Okay, let's just take this tape. So if you have a hanger, you know, like from a dry cleaner, you can do this the same way I'm doing this now. Oh, that piece of tape is no good now. Okay. That's what happens when you don't tie off your end. to do this. You know what? That was a good piece of tape, too. Okay. So now this time I'm going to tie off my end. And I'm going to put this on here. Okay, so we're just getting that end on there again so that we can get it through the other side. And our other side is right here. Okay. Slide it through there. And like I said, if you guys don't want to do this, you don't have to. I just like the way it looks. It has a nice finished look to it, and it looks like the bag is going to hold up for you rather than flop it around on that side. Okay, so we're almost through it. Just got to straighten it out here. And like I said, some of you might use the safety pin trick. Some of you might do some other different things like the hanger. And we're through. Okay, so we're pulling that out. Take the tape off of that end. And now what you're going to do is you're going to take your two ends. Okay, you got both ends through that little opening. I'm going to trim my towel right here because I had some little ends. Okay. And now we're going to glue this, one of these to this one. And we are done with our bag. Now, all we're going to do is give that glue a second to dry. You're going to move your bag around so this is nice and tight here and here. So that's done. And now you have a nice finished bag here. See what I mean? So now it's nice and finished. And then you just want to take that part we just glued and you want to make sure that it's, oh, I just pulled it apart. I didn't put it inside the bag. So you want to put it inside that little loop there. Okay? So here's the other end. And you just want to make sure it's pulled up nice and tight and closed. Okay, so now the whole bag is completely done. You saw how I used the dowel rod to put your little rope through here so that it gives you a nice closure. Look how cute that bag is. Isn't it cute? So we're all done now, and I hope that this was a little better for you guys to actually see how I was gluing things and doing things. And tomorrow is our stork wreath, so be sure to check that out. If you want to search us on YouTube, it's Serendipity's Closet, S-E-R-E-N-D-I-P-I-T-I-E-S, Closet. Okay? Thank you. Have a great night.